I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as nasty. Oh God, no. I was like, what the? Oh. They stink that bad? Oh. And their clothes are probably all just ugh, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them. We opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen. Yeah. Winnie. We've had somebody take parts off of it since it's been sitting there. Oh. Yeah. They better be watching it. I catch anybody out here, I'm going to shoot them. He just bought a grill, and I think the grill.
Is that why Ryan don't have a mom around? That David is the best grass. I really do know, Brian. You look like a walking cancer patient, David. You know what I mean? Not being embarrassed about it like that. Tell these motherfucking people, what the fuck do you mean by that? Why do you mean by he looks like a walking cancer patient? What is your meaning behind that? So you can't say, oh, it ain't my shit, making you say these things. No, Barry. So, I'm gonna jump off here, Barry. Let's prove you further, you piece of shit.
Attack him. I didn't do anything to him.
I know, but the language.
Anytime, boy! Anytime!
Come on, Dad, let's go. This is the 70s, Dad. Go!
Scared me.
Come on, Dad, go.
Hey, it takes a bigger man to walk away.
Bigger man to walk away.
Coward! Kind of weird you want to fuck a 25-year-old. What's your mouth? Come the fuck on, motherfucker!
Sir, go on, please. Go on, there's a bunch of kids. Please, Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Come on, Dad, come on.
You come to my show? You run your goddamn cocksuckers? Yeah, you, motherfucker!
Please, Dad. Come on, Dad, he's right. There's kids. Come on, Dad.
Welcome back, fellas and fellows. So, this is 3 years ago. Now, one thing, let's look at the rollback in this. He shows us what's wrong with the rollback, and this is glorious. And two, Barry contradicts himself in this video. Didn't you say he says he has paperwork 1 minute?
Yeah,
no paperwork?
he'll tell you in a minute, I have paperwork for his car. Then he does 2 or 3 other videos showing me on it where he says he has paperwork for it, it's a builder, da-da-da-da-da. Somebody's buddy's going to bring it to the junkyard, or who the fuck ever.
The rollback here,
He'd be like,
we
welcome back,
finally
sir,
implicated the
sir.
rollback into something here. We cleaned off the bed, and we put this on it. Hey, we got one here that's another rescue 70 Cadillac convertible. And
Rescue.
it was in the junkyard, of course. It was mud from the
Where it
junkyard.
fucking belongs.
There's wheels and tires and stuff they had piled in it. They
Dad
were
dislikes
scrapping it,
Cadillacs.
It's not even
Somebody
that,
robbed the
it's shit.
spindles
I
and
mean,
control arms
there's
off
not
of
going to
it.
be anything
Brake
with the fuck.
rotors and
Everything's going to
calipers,
need re-chromed.
front hoses.
I mean,
But we
and
got
some of that
paperwork
pop
on
metal you
it.
can't just
We haven't got
re-chrome
it yet.
with
We're
the
gonna need the paperwork on it. Talk
Like
to a
that
friend of
shit
mine
there?
has it,
It's
so
also simple just to
we're gonna
re-chrome
go
it.
see him. There's paperwork on it. And we got the Boss Hog here. It's the Hog Daddy. It's the Boss Hog Cadillac. It's not the actual one, but it's the same as what they had, 1970 Cadillac. This is a convertible, and I believe,
This is mildly rusted.
what's the trim on this?
You're going to tell you it's got 30,000 miles here in a minute.
LA or
That's all it's
what?
on. It's 30,000 miles.
I think it's loaded. Let's see. Yeah.
Look at the dog
it's
leg, you
loaded.
guys. There, right there by the door. Look at all that
Power
rust, the scale, look at
locks
all
on
that
the
shit.
windows, power locks on the doors, power everything.
Cadillac, it would have all that,
This
wouldn't
is
it?
a loaded one. It's got the wood grain.
Could you get a
Yeah.
Cadillac in that year without power locks?
And this
in the
thing's
windows?
tilt wheel, telescopic too, probably.
And without the telescoping and
It's
tilt wheel?
telescopic. No, it's not. Yes, it is. There's telescopic right there. Yep.
I know somebody that fucked this
It's
shit up.
it's everything. This thing's loaded.
They got a car that telescopic
So-
well, and they've got it all
Got a
fucked up.
472 with
Barry Beamer.
30,000
I wonder.
30,000 miles on
my
the thing.
theory. I'm still on it.
This car had 30,000 miles. It's changed. Timmy busted every window out of it. It was sitting in a man's collection in a barn. And the barn collapsed on it. The roof collapsed.
Like sitting in
I
Barry's.
didn't bust all the windows. I believe kids broke all the windows out. They stole the radiator, stole some parts out from under the hood.
You know how little kids are that break windows. They need radiators cracked.
Pretty depressing. You know, the kids nowadays, you know, juvenile.
It's no different than you saying that your brother and you used to run from the
your
police.
age, dude. I mean, what do you
Like
mean?
you like to state that you and your brother ran from the police and you were scared of police officers as a little kid because they were always after your brother because he was running and doing bad shit. Well, it's no different than that shit.
I wonder if that's
So-
true. Was his brother that's deceased? And we're not talking anything bad about him. Don't take anybody take it like that. But does anybody know if he was like, was he a troublemaker like that or not? Because I was under the impression that it was all decent. It's like Barry. Barry's like a bastard and all that.
Oh no, I can dig in and find out.
Nicholas just don't know no better, you know. Here it says keep spindles. Doug, yeah, thanks Doug.
Right.
Keep my spindles.
Because there's a video where he
Doug.
says, you need to go to a
Doug.
junkyard and buy them spindles back for $200, buddy.
Of course Doug had no way knowing I was gonna get this one. And there's the 472.
Probably on eBay right now.
That's a 400 horsepower 472, I believe.
Oh yeah.
1970 Cadillac,
Race
Cooper
car.
Bills, and I believe convertibles. The 400 horsepower motor with the heads.
Hell yeah.
So I believe that's what it
Almost
is.
as many
It's
horse
one
purses
turbo
it is
transmission.
cubic inches. Fuck yeah,
And
Barry.
what we gave for it, yeah,
I
we
don't
did
know
good.
that, man. Good.
You know, some of the parts on this thing is outrageous, you know. Just for something like an emblem
There's
here,
no aftermarket
or
support.
the,
Nobody
you know, the
uses it.
Cadillac
They put it
emblem
in
here,
our-
just did something little small like that.
That's a two-piece
It's
emblem, by the
big
way,
money.
Barry.
Of course, they just big piece chrome here.
And they're not crazy expensive.
So,
They're average.
you know, it's a trove full of parts.
eBay it. You guys will see for yourselves.
We bought it for parts.
That's what I mean. I mean,
Of course,
everything
my
on
son,
it's
yeah, after I told him about getting
You know,
paperwork
taking
for it, he's like,
maybe the stainless
Hey,
under the
fix
window. That
that.
shit holds up pretty good. But it's
no, no, we're not fixing it.
Barry,
Sports
you
car,
don't
so
have the ability
it
to
is what
fix
it-
that motherfucker.
You can't even fucking figure out what's wrong with your Roadrunner, dude. How about you figure that the fuck out before you talk about building another car?
This. We do have paperwork.
Put that
on
back on the road.
See,
So we could sell it together.
we
you
do
know, with
have
the
paperwork on it.
We could
Which
part
is
it out.
it?
We
In
don't
the
know
same
what we're
video,
gonna
you
do with it.
contradict
We're planning on
yourself.
using it for parts for his 70
Mm.
Cadillac Calais, four-door Calais. And that's it.
You
So
can do another video on
that's our
this car.
news edition. I just jump out
When
here
you got
just
over
for a
the
second
field,
to let you guys
say,
know.
hey, so and so,
It's
you see
pretty,
this? You bring
yeah,
that fucking
undercarriage is
paperwork,
pretty
paperwork right
rust-free.
car.
It does have some cancer here in the body, here and there, door and quarter panel.
Oh, fuck.
Another door, fender, quarter panel. Door's solid. But it's really,
Yeah.
really solid underneath.
Show us the inner lip and underneath
There's
that
one
one,
hole in the
man.
trunk, but unfortunately, they picked it up with loaders, and the forks did damage
It's
to
a
the underside of the
junkyard.
car. So they bent 4 pans and bent the dry shaft, and they, destroyed the gas tank. I mean, they really did a lot of.
Oh, no,
A
they
lot of
destroyed-
junkyards do
It's
the gas
sports car.
tank before they
But
put the car in the
that's it for us here.
yard
We just
because
wanted
they
to
want
show you our
shit
new
drained. They
toy.
drain the fluids in the tank.
And break it out the old rollback. So we broke out the money maker, as I like to call it. Got her broke out, and good to see it, out in use again. And we winched that up on there. Our good friends over at DNS, Scott McKinney, his son Eric. We bought this off of him yesterday, this Cadillac. We made a deal, and he delivered it to
Oh,
me.
you bought it from your
So his
junkyard.
driver
Yeah.
came over here. He backed down the drive, and I had this cleared off. We put, from his truck, just put it right on the mine. So we basically just had my bed sitting stationary. He came back, rolled his bed back, tilted it, and got his bed to the, match up with mine. He sat a little taller, and I just winched it on there, and he had to help a little bit. He had to help a lot. And we finally got my winch is really wimpy. This winch is just pure garbage. So
Trying to pull
I'm
a car
probably
like
gonna
that, yeah.
swap winches. I'm gonna take the one off the drag. I just put it on that Warner, and I'm gonna put it
It's
on
not
here.
making a lot of
and
sense
then
the way
I'll
the
get another
pins would
winch
work with that. You
for the
think
trailer, because this winch is just pure, dog shit. I don't think it's any account. I'm gonna try to fix it up. It does have a cable that's corroded. Maybe I can replace the
Oh,
cable
yeah.
and bring it back. But it just wasn't doing very good, so I'll try it. But I'm not gonna leave it on this.
Torch
truck.
cut
That's
your header
coming
panel
off.
for that
There's
fucking
one
winch.
winch going on my rollback, so. 'Cause I'm gonna get this rollback operational. The drive shaft's too short that's in it. I'm gonna show that now.
Around here, it's a $300 fix at most. I think Austin's drive shaft was 150 bucks.
Yeah.
Have it made.
175. And they cleaned it, painted it, and everything.
Yep.
So, 3 years, Barry. Damn. dude.
Illinois Truck Parts. Shout out to them.
You're late to the party.
I mean,
That's what I'm dealing with.
hell, I just went in there a while back.
Yeah.
With a small team, they just gave
Yes,
me
you
your
should
what's
be-
going. Said, here you
How
go, buddy.
many-
Take it home.
How many of you folks out there would drive that truck even like Barry does? Like just around the property?
It'd be even worse on the property
Yeah.
because of the bumps bouncing around.
I would not be driving that thing till that thing was fixed.
Seeing the spline.
No, it should be all the way up
way
past
in
them
there
splines.
somewhere.
It should
You
be
should be seeing the
engaging
spline
with them
sticking out.
splines.
You should have about an inch of
Right, about
spine
maybe
sticking out,
a-
probably.
There
So
might
it
be
has
maybe
to-
an
you
inch
don't
or
want it
so
bottoming
of
out.
spline sticking in there. So this has to go to Universal Drivetrain and have a custom drive shaft made for it. And once I get that done, then we'll be
Guys, it's been 3 years. Has it been done yet?
You're gonna
Nope.
have a drive shaft length.
perfecto.
Still hasn't
We
been
put a
done.
different rear end in it because we broke the rear end in it about a year ago.
Just cut
We had some
each
issues
end off and
with
put
the
it in the
tires.
That's all they do.
And the leaf springs, this here is not hitting.
Listen to this.
We had to change out the tires, put some skinnier
Listen
tires
to
on. I
this.
had some nice tires in the back.
This is because
Take them
Barry's
off.
incompetence and
I
can't
took the boot
measure
truck
anything.
tires, put them on here.
Probably can't read a
That means
tape
I
measure.
dismount 8 tires.
Listen to how he's
Tires,
gonna
it
how
was
his plan is to
real
fix
pain.
it. He's
This
gonna
one over here is
pull the
kinda
springs
close.
off angle.
This is now listen. This is his incompetence right here. You guys ready? This is how much this man knows about
And
cars.
before we play it, keep in mind the springs and all that shit are symmetrical in your car. You don't want them at an angle, a funny angle. You don't want them, you know what I mean? Everything has a certain place. So what he's talking about doing would literally make the spring cock sideways. Would actually put pressure on the spring, push it towards the driver.
Couldn't it make your drive shaft off a little bit?
Oh yeah, it'd make the car ride funny. I mean, it would be. It's just you don't do that. You don't want your springs bound up.
You ready? You
I
guys
said
ready?
binded, but bound.
You'll see how closer we are over here.
Look at
There's
this.
still a gap,
That frame, I've never seen that
but
frame.
I don't like that. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to loosen those U-bolts up and spread this over some. Try to kick this all over
See?
with a quarter power.
Look, man, if he was to do that, your spring is set on that truck. You got a little give this way, but what he's talking about putting a porta power in there. If you don't know what that is, that's like a
Hydraulic press.
yeah, a hydraulic press, basically. Yeah, I mean, he's talking about putting it in there and pushing it like this against the tire, which is going to take that spring, and instead of being symmetrical like this, it's going to do this to it. It's going to do this to it.
And on an ordinary vehicle, that'd be bad enough, but on
Yeah.
a fucking rollback, that's
So
even
now your
worse.
spring's not symmetrical anymore. Your spring's bowed like this, and in the middle it's going to have a concave. It's just it's an idiot. It's bad news. I mean, look how close it is to the frame. I mean, it's as close to the frame as it is to the tire. He has no room to give. He's an idiot. If you was to do that to that spring, you're asking for trouble.
Which,
You are
look at
asking
the
for
frame.
trouble.
Look how pitted the frame is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look at it. I mean, it looks like there was something there, and he cut it off or something with a torch or something. I don't know.
I want to say this. This is why this truck is not used. This is why.
That's why all his cars are not used. Because what Barry's done his whole life, how Barry got his cars, he gets a car, he drives a car, if something pilly breaks on it, he just got another car and parked it. I'll get to it later. I gotta get to work tomorrow. Mom, I need another car, Mom. And that's how he got most of these cars. You know what I mean? Mom, I gotta get
And
to
then
work. I
trying
need a
to
car.
back up. Give me a little bit more gap. There's enough gap there to run. So I mean, I've ran it. It's not
You're an
wearing the
idiot.
car. That's what I was. These are brand new tires.
You're better to run it just how it is right now. It would be plenty fine to run it how it is right now.
Barry, your incompetence is dangerous.
Fucking new, you know, like new when we cut the truck. You know, we had the truck.
You
for a
would
few
know with
years
that
ago.
spring boat. Plus,
drive
you could
shaft
break
here
it. The spring,
Is
you would think they'd be
Really
really
loose
strong,
right here.
and they are if they're used how they're
that's
designed.
why I got pressure on it. So.
But
Yeah.
as far as like, you can bust a
Can't
leaf
really
spring with a hammer,
do
with a
anything
sledgehammer.
about that
Hit
right
it with a
now.
sledgehammer. You can bust a leaf spring.
Grass shaft sloppy there. You
And that's not. I'm not
Move
bullshit.
the grass shaft.
I mean,
In and out to one side. So, you know,
like a cast
universal,
iron bathtub. I mean, yeah,
drive
they're
shaft
strong
built,
for the
the
purpose they're
universal
designed for,
drive
but
shaft
as far
built.
as tensile
Long
strength,
enough.
they're not strong.
that's not going to.
Look at that wiring
Just
nightmare.
blow out. I'm afraid what's going to happen is if I drive it down the road, it's going to drop. It's going to hit the ground.
How did it hit the ground? There's a fucking bar right there.
It's going to fly up, hit the floor, hit the bed, and it's going to take out all these hoses right
Yeah.
here. And bust
I
through
agree
the
with you, Barry.
hydraulics,
Yeah, it would not be good.
cylinders,
Yep.
hoses.
Could bust
It's
the
gonna mess
fittings
the
off
truck
your
up.
cylinders, in your
So we're not gonna
cylinders.
drive
I mean,
it.
Yeah.
We move it around here very little, but we're gonna eventually, once I get
I
this
wouldn't
thing
be
back
moving
on
it
this
at all.
truck,
I mean,
I'll send this out
it's
to,
got the hooks and shit on it, so it's probably a real rollback. I
drive
mean,
chain
it's probably built a
Cincinnati.
rollback. It's
No
probably
custom
not
drive shaft made for us.
because most of the time they
Right
got
now,
to
we put
put
the Cadillac on it.
See them
I
things
didn't
with
really
like
have a
skis
place
sticking
for
out?
it yet.
That's to lock that
I don't know where I'm
bandage
gonna put it at. I'll figure that out later.
So when you got a car on it,
That's
don't
us here,
tip
people.
up.
It's our garage. We go in the spur of the moment around here. We buy, we sell.
Wait,
Got something, let
what?
us know.
Wait.
We're always buying cars.
You sell? I thought you didn't sell a fucking thing. Well,
Only because people was
trucks
laughing
and,
off the fucking
you know,
everything with the
tow
price.
trucks, and you name it.
Oh, you got mad. I'll plug it
You
through
got
the
something, let us know. Leave a comment.
No,
We'll
no,
see you on the
sir.
next one. Have a good one, guys.
so, I think that's gonna be my last one for tonight. Oh, I got one more I want to do after this. But Dad, what do you think about that?
I think the rollback has potential, and it's a shame that I would literally kill to have a rollback. I mean, I so regret getting rid of both my records, dude.
Click.
I mean, I really do. I mean, but a rollback, it's in our future if I live on it.
I mean,
And it will have a stinger on it. I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
I mean, that just shows Barry's fucking level of ability and competence. I mean, that's what I mean. His incompetence is dangerous. I can't say enough. Nuts. Alright. Next video is the Orme Slow. So, be right back, you guys.